you're able to, please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. Welcome to the January 5th reorganization meeting for the Rutherford Board of Ed. My name is Matthew Whitford. If you don't know who I am, I'm the board secretary and have the honor of running the meeting until the board presents or elects a president for this 2026 year. The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Act was enacted to ensure the rights of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meeting of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Rutherford Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place posted on the bulletin board outside the Borough Clerk's office, mailed to the Herald, South Bergenite, Record newspapers, and filed with the Borough Clerk. Hard copies of the agenda are available in the meeting room, and the agenda is posted electronically on Friday before the meeting date on the district's website at rutherfordschools.org. Subsequent to the meeting, the video of the meeting will be uploaded to the district's website. The link can be found by opening the Board of Education link and clicking on Public Meetings and then Videos. All board members sitting and newly appointed received our packet for this meeting. No objections to the minutes for December 1st. Then I will enter those into record. Reviewing the results of the annual school board election from November 4th, 2025. The board had 3 open seats for a full 3-year term. Christina Cates received 3,576 votes. Chris Conti received 3,772 votes. James Sprayberry received 3,729 votes, and personal choice listed for 110. So the 3 elected members will be Christina Cates, Chris Conti, and James Sprayberry. Will those 3 please rise, and I'll go over by the podium, I guess we would call it, to take their oath of office.
Yeah, you got it.
Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me.
I, Chris
James
Conti,
Sprayberry.
Christina Cates.
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I, state your name,
I,
James
Mr. Conti,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
and justly perform all duties of that office,
and justly perform all duties of that office,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Welcome to the Board of Education.
Welcome back. I missed you. Chris. Nameplate.
There you go.
Welcome, Christina. Thank you, Diane. Thank you.
Yes, welcome Ms. Cates, and welcome back Mr. Conti and Mr. Sprayberry. Every year during our reorganization meeting, part of that oath is the board members have a code of ethics to follow. There are 10 code of ethics that each board member receives and will sign off on by the end of the meeting. If I want to start from my left, Mr. Sprayberry, if you want to start with A, each board member reads one, and then we'll circle back to Mr. Sprayberry for the last one.
Good evening. I will uphold and enforce all laws, rules, and regulations of the State Board of Education, and court orders pertaining to schools. Desired changes shall be brought about only through legal and ethical procedures.
I will make decisions in terms of the educational welfare of the children and will seek to develop and maintain public schools that meet the individual needs of all children regardless of their ability, race, sex, creed, or social standing.
C, I will confine my board action to policymaking, planning, and appraisal, and I will help to frame policies and plans only after the board has consulted those who will be affected by them.
I will carry out my responsibility not to administer the schools, but together with my fellow board members to see that they are well run.
E, I will recognize that authority rests with the Board of Education and will make no personal promises nor take any private action that may compromise the board.
F, I will refuse to surrender my independent judgment to special interests or partisan political groups, or to use the schools for personal gain or for the gain of friends.
G, I will hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools which, if disclosed, will needlessly injure individuals or the schools. In all other matters, I will provide accurate information and, in concert with my fellow board members, interpret to the staff the aspirations of the community for the school.
I will vote to appoint the best qualified personnel available after consideration of the recommendation of the Chief Administrative Officer.
I will support and protect school personnel in proper performance of their duties.
J, I will refer all complaints to the Chief Administrative Officer and will act on the complaints at public meetings only after failure of an administrative solution.
Thank you. If all board members can sign the back of that acknowledgement, serving as a requirement for NJSA 18A 12-24 and NJAC 6A 32-3. Your acknowledgement and discussion of the ethics at this meeting. I'll collect them at the end of the meeting. We'll move on to the election of the board president. Once the board president is then elected, that person will come up and be able to take over the meeting from there. So just briefly to recap how the nominations work is I'll ask for the board to motion and to second to open up nominations. Anybody on the board can nominate themselves or any other member of the Board of Education to be president. There is no cap. You can, once one nomination or one name is heard, you don't have to repeat that name. Then I'll ask for a motion and a second to close the nominations. No matter how many names are nominated, we'll do a roll call vote as we do with all of our resolutions. And I'll ask for each person's name. Once I call your name, you will say the person that you are voting for, the nomination that you're voting for to become president. You don't have to second that nomination technically, but I just do need to do a roll call vote no matter how many nominations there are. Okay, so we have a motion to open the floor of nominations. Mr. Bogosian, second. Ms. Jones. Okay, the floor is open for nominations for board president. Ms. Jones.
I nominate Dr. Sergio Aletti as president of our board.
Hearing any others? Okay, motion to close nominations. Mr. Conti, second. Mr. Healy. Thank you. So the nominations I heard are Dr. Sergio Aletti. Again, I have to call a roll call vote for everybody. Please voice your vote for any of the nominations that were heard. Mr. Sprayberry.
Yes.
Aletti.
Alati.
Mr. Bogosian.
Alati.
Mr. Conti.
Alati.
Ms. Cates.
Alati.
Dr. Alati. Mrs. Jones.
Dr. Aletti.
Ms. Cole.
Dr. White.
Dr. Seen.
Alati.
Mr. Healy.
Dr.
Congratulations, Mr. Alati. To make it truly official, can I have a motion that in accordance with NJSA 18A 5-1 and bylaws 0152, the Rutherford Board of Education elects Dr. Sergio Lottie as President of the Board of Education effective immediately until the next reorganization as prescribed by law. Mr. Bogosian first, Mr. Conti second. All in favor?
Aye.
Turn the meeting over to you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Whitford. Thank you, everyone. Wasn't nervous about doing the board vice president nomination until I heard Mr. Whitford do it. So very formal. All right, so we are going to elect a board vice president. So I'd like a motion to open nominations. Mr. Bogosian, seconded by Mr. Conti.
Sure.
All in favor of opening nominations?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Floor is open for anyone to nominate someone to serve as vice president for the Rutherford Board of Education. Ms. Cole.
I'd like to nominate Mr. James Sprayberry for vice president of the board.
All right. Please enter Mr. James Sprayberry as nominee for vice president. Any other nominations for vice president? All right. Seeing none, need a motion to close nominations. All right. Dr. Racine, seconded by Mr. Healy. All in favor of closing nominations?
Aye.
All right. Excellent. So now we need to do a roll call vote. And do I need a motion to?
Nope, just
All right.
roll call vote of your nomination.
So we're going to do a roll call vote of your nomination for Mr. James Sprayberry as Vice President of the Rutherford Board of Education. Mr. Whitford, please take roll.
Mr. Sprayberry? Mr. Bogosian?
Mr. Sprayberry.
Mr. Conti?
Mr. Sprayberry.
Ms. Cates?
Mr. Sprayberry?
Ms. Jones?
Mr. Sprayberry.
Mrs. Cole?
Mr. Sprayberry?
Dr. Racine? Mr. Healy? Dr. Lottie?
Mr. Sprayberry. Mr. Sprayberry, congratulations. You are the new Vice President of the Rutherford Board of Education for the year 2026. All right.
3C.
What?
3C.
Oh, yes. We need a motion for the election of the board vice president. So, Mr. Bogosian, seconded by Dr. Racine, that in accordance with NJSA 18A:15-1 and bylaw 0152, the Rutherford Board of Education in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, elects Mr. James Sprayberry as vice president of the Board of Education, effective immediately until the next organization meeting as prescribed by law. Okay, now it's official. All right, we're going to move on.
I don't want you to be rogue.
I told you I was nervous. All right, we're going to move on to number 4 here is the board meeting schedule. We are looking to adopt the following board meeting schedule for 2026. Meetings will be held on Mondays at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. You'll see a list of all of those meetings. We don't have to approve those, right? No.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
We do have to approve
Yes,
those.
we do.
Okay. Motion to approve, Mr. Bogosian, seconded by Dr. Racine. Questions or comments on any of the meetings scheduled? No, hearing none. Mr. Whitford, please take roll.
Mr. Sprayberry?
Yes.
Mr. Bogosian?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Ms. Cates?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mrs. Cole?
Yes.
Dr. Racine?
Yes.
Mr. Healy?
Yes.
Dr. Lottie?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Excellent. And now we have the pleasure of welcoming our auditor, Alex Parise from Lurch, Vinci, and Bliss, who is here tonight to talk to us about the findings of our most recent audit. Everyone received copies in your packets. Welcome, Mr. Parise. We're happy to have you.
Oh, okay, wait up.
It's 150.
You know what? Let's do this.
There you
There
go.
you go, right? Thanks for having me. Alex Parise from Lurch, Vinci, and Bliss. I'm here to present your 2024-25 audit. Everyone should have received their audit documents. The audit document itself contains 3 unmodified opinions, which is the highest level that could be obtained in an audit. There were no instances of any material weaknesses or any significant deficiencies. As far as your general fund surplus, which is your operating fund, your general fund surplus decreased from approximately 6.2 million to 5 million. However, the 5 million has certain restrictions. The first being your capital reserve. Your capital reserve has approximately 1.7 million, which is restricted for capital projects that are in your long-range facilities plan. The next restriction is your maintenance reserve of 100,000, which is restricted for any required maintenance projects in the district. Your year-end encumbrances of approximately 92,000. These are your open purchase orders at year-end that roll into your current year where your goods and services have not been received. Excess surplus of approximately 857,000. This excess surplus is the amount over the 2% cap, which will be utilized in your current year, 25-26, and a portion of that will be utilized in your 26-27 budget when that is formalized in a couple months. Unemployment reserve of 168,000. This is restricted for your unemployment claims throughout the year. 96,705 is your balance in your capital financing lease that was issued last year, and that was the unexpended proceeds. 545,163 was utilized in your current year to balance the budget. And lastly is your unassigned 2% max plus any allowable adjustments of 1,523,252. This could be used for any purpose. So overall, the district is healthy financially. As far as the recommendation, there was one recommendation this year relating to student activities that was addressed and with the business administrator and superintendent. We consider the recommendation to be an immaterial recommendation, and there is a corrective action plan on tonight's agenda that will address that recommendation. But, overall, it was a very, very good audit. I want to thank Mr. Whitford's office and Mr. Hurley's office for their full cooperation throughout the whole seamless process. And if there's any questions about fund balance or that recommendation, I can take that this time.
Questions from board members? Well, I just want to say congratulations to Mr. Whitford and Mr. Hurley. To have an audit that's basically large-scale, clean, and just shows very sort of healthy, sustainable, long-term view is amazing. And you mentioned the one finding, and I spoke to Alex for a minute and said you had already solved it before it slapped on your desk. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the explanation. Questions or comments from board members?
I just want to thank you, Alex, and you. It's a pleasure to work with you guys. They're up for about 2 weeks or more in the office, and unobtrusive. They work well with us, and they're very upfront and honest and direct, and it's a pleasure working with you.
Same here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You too.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Good? All right, thanks.
Thank you. All right, we are going to move on now to the report of the superintendent.
Thank you. Well, congratulations again to our newly elected or re-elected board members and our FDR president, Dr. Alati, and to our new vice president. I say this every year. It is a pleasure working with this board and working with the leadership of the board. And when we read the ethics, we check everyone day in and day out. So that annual event is not an exercise; it's how you folks function. And I know I appreciate it. I know Mr. Whitford appreciates it. I know that everyone in the district appreciates the way the board functions. So thank you, and looking forward to another year of success and another year of addressing those areas where we could improve. So thank you all, and congratulations. I also want to echo Dr. Alati's comments about Mr. Whitford and staff, and the various budget managers, the administrators and supervisors who have a hand in the budget. It is really amazing that, as Dr. Alati said, that year in and year out, we get these clean or virtually clean audits. And that's a credit primarily to the business office and Mr. Whitford and his staff and everybody who has a hand in the budget. Matt, I don't know, do you want to say anything at all about the audit process or anything?
No, the audit process went smoothly this year. I've made some updates and changes from about the first month or two that I was in district, just to modernize some procedures. And like Mr. Hurley said, a lot of the budget managers and supervisors and administrators around the district really took those on, and I'm very grateful for them to work with us in ways to improve things, to make sure we're using our resources with equity and well, but that our compliance is also met with the way that we handle and manage our funds. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we want to make sure that the board is aware of and preaches to us in our finance committee, is that we're using those resources equally, and that we're making sure we're still checking those boxes of requirements to the federal level and the state level. So I want to thank the administrators and supervisors for taking on any updates that I've made over the past year, and I think the clean audit and well financial standing kind of shows that as well.
And one thing that's gone under the radar a little bit, I mean, we've talked about it. I know Mr. Whitford's talked about it, but when we talk about curriculum and changes we're making and program, they get like a lot of, as they should, right? That's what the business we're in. But we're going through right now an entire overhaul of our business platform that we use, going from CSI to Genesis, and we're doing it on the fly, right, as we're operating. So we're transitioning. We started January 1st, right, with the human resources transitioning in terms of all of our pay stubs and payroll and timesheets that people do, and we're going to be moving into the budget cycle now, and the budget will be going into Genesis. So think about the heavy lift of everybody has to learn a whole new system, right? And has to learn it, while it's going on. And it's one thing you can't make mistakes with, right? People want their paycheck. They're not going to say, "Oh, sorry, we pushed the wrong button," or you got to pay a bill, or you got to be. So it's something that Matt brought forward. He had past experience with it. We did our research on it. We sat through some meetings. It seems to be a much more efficient program. But I, again, applaud him for bringing that forward. And everybody, the administrative assistants, they used to be the secretaries, the clerical assistants, they do a lot of the inputting and the heavy lifting on this, and they've been going through tons of training. Yep. Matt's been to all the buildings. You were at Pierpont today, I think, doing one. He's been to every one of the buildings. So, we're in the midst of doing that. And again, you don't get better. You don't even stay good, right? If you stay static, you have to keep looking to move forward, and I applaud him for that. Couple of things. I sent you today a report on the survey that we did with faculty and staff. We're going to dive into that a little bit with the administrators and supervisors at our meeting next week. And then in the January meeting, I'll give you kind of the highlights of that. What I'm looking for in these surveys, I mean, they're coming out, pretty solid, right? But there's these little things that pop up. So we're looking for actionable items, things that we could do that might be subtle changes, but sometimes those subtle changes could have a good impact on them. And when I said this about the parent survey, if there's a small pocket of people, who are feeling a certain way, we're not dismissing that. We want to hear it. We want to see what we can do to kind of either explain or to modify when warranted. So, I don't expect any of these surveys to produce a major discovery, a major change, but these subtle, small changes often have larger impact. Okay? And we're going to be sending out this week to students in grades 6 through 12 a student survey about their feeling of comfort in their school, how they, the questions about, how do they feel about approaching someone in the building, a staff member, a counselor, to have a conversation, what do they think about their academic programs, their co-curricular programs, how AI has been used, and what do they think of it? We want to get their input as well. So it's been a very positive endeavor both to reinforce what we think we're doing well and to hear some things that we could be doing a little differently. So I'll give you a more specific discussion at the next meeting after I review with the administrators, but you have the summary. I sent it out today. Finance Committee. I don't know if Dr. Alotti's going to speak about committees, but they'll be forthcoming, right, in the next couple of days. But Finance will be meeting Monday night. Mr. Whitfield will be sending out an agenda and a Google Meet on that. It's the first meeting of our budget development, so it's a rather important meeting. I spoke to Mr. Healy that I did receive just really a couple of policies over the break to bring forward. I'll be sharing those with the Policy Committee and hopefully get them moving forward for a first reading at the next meeting. And right now, we don't have any other committee needs in the foreseeable future, but when you will see tentative committee meeting dates later this week. And again, I want to remind everybody, and also for a new board member, pencil those dates in. We don't believe in meeting when we don't have to meet, but those are the nights we'll strive to meet when we do have to meet. Okay? PT Council was scheduled to meet tomorrow night. I just got word it's going to be rescheduled for the night of our next board meeting, which is January 26th, and we're going to do it at like 6:30 start, because normally the board rep and I are done in about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we could jump right down to the meeting. But again, I'll be sending out all that information once the committees and assignments are established. And that is it for my report. It's always a bit of excitement to me when we come back in January. I know the semester really starts anew in February, but to me, January always feels like a new beginning, and everybody comes back with a little bit of energy from the rest, and off we go.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hurley. Questions or comments from board members?
I have a question. For
Yep.
the student survey for 6 to 12, what else is going to be included with the co-curricular survey?
What else?
Like, is it just like clubs, is it athletics?
Anything. We didn't want to say athletics because there really is an athletic program in grades 6 through 8, but anything that's considered co-curricular, extracurricular. And by the way, just so you're aware, we're saying the surveys to parents. We're not going to, it's voluntary, so we don't want to do it in school where a student feels like they have to do the survey. We want it to be anonymous, right? We don't want to feel like, the teacher's looking over my shoulder. And we want parents to be aware of what they're being asked. And if anybody has a question or they don't want to answer the survey, they don't have to. So that'll be going out to parents of grades 6 through 12. And some of in almost every area, just like it was with the parent survey and with the the staff survey, there are some open-ended sections where if there's something a person wants to add about counseling or about academics or about clubs, that, the multiple choice questions they can put it in there. Okay?
Your question?
I
Mr.
just
Healy?
want to comment, I saw the brief overview of the survey, it was about a 44% return rate.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
That's very good.
Yeah.
We were told you get 20% of surveys, you're doing well. I think we had about 23 on the parent survey and 44 on the faculty and staff. So yeah, that was good.
Thanks for playing agent.
He doesn't go on the DL.
Other questions or comments? All right, hearing none, we'll move on to the report of the president. Sometimes Jack and I have a running joke that sometimes our minds think similarly, so I am going to overlap with a couple of things that Mr. Hurley said. First off, to congratulate our re-elected board members, James Sprayberry, Chris Conti, and to welcome Christina Cates. We're very excited to have you as a member of the board. I also want to thank the board for your trust and confidence in me, for asking me to serve again as president. And, every year at this time, it's that time of New Year's resolutions and reflecting. And, we think about our own priorities. And I think for me, one of them is really simple. Do what I love and be all in, because if I'm not, it's not worth it. And one of the things I really appreciate is I feel like that's a commitment that's shared by this board. You do this because you enjoy it and you know the impact that we have. And I'm grateful to be able to do this with you all. And I realize how well we function together. and with respect and collaboration, and I don't take that for granted. I want to recognize, obviously, our outgoing Vice President, Dennis Mazzone, whose calm and steady presence, accessibility, and quiet support set a strong foundation for more years, actually, than I was on the board, because he was Vice President under Kevin McLean as well as myself. Now that he's moved on, I am genuinely excited to welcome James Sprayberry as our new Vice President. James, you bring energy, raw candor, that's my diplomatic term for it, and a willingness to dig in and do the work, paired with heart and deep care for the community and the people we serve. And I'm confident that you're going to be thoughtful, humorous when needed, and an engaged partner in this role. And I'm really grateful to have your readiness to step up. I also want to thank Jack Hurley and Matt Whitford, because, you know, as much as you say it's a pleasure working with the board, makes this work more effective and pleasurable working with you both as well. Fun fact, so I was doing a little house cleaning of my Google Docs and Google folders, and I found a document I was looking to purge, and it was actually a document that I set the week after I was asked to be board president. I don't know, it was 4 or 5 years ago. I wrote down a few goals that I had for the first year, and I found them, and they were typed up, and there were 7 of them, and I thought you would get a kick out of knowing what my 7 goals were. My first goal was to run a successful board meeting. So you can see how I set the bar high.
When are you gonna get that?
My second was to end board meetings in a timely manner. All right?
We got there now.
Not getting better. The third one still stumps me. Remember all the Board of Ed rules and bylaws. The fourth was don't mess up the collective bargaining unit negotiations. The first year, I think it was RSA, I was very nervous about that. My fifth goal was to figure out Jack Hurley's style and flow and what a productive CSA and board president relationship was going to look like. The sixth was really about board voice and engagement and creating space for everyone to contribute, which meant I needed to talk less and listen more. Not sure how I've done. I've tried during board meetings. And the 7 was really about humor and humility and trying to find the balance of those things, because some of the best leaders I've worked with, you know, that it really helps you to remember that we're volunteers and this work is human, all the things that we do, that no one here has more superpowers than another, but when we work together and operate as one team, we're really successful. So the last 2 goals seem much deeper than the first 5. The first 5 were kind of like very, nervous Nelly-ish. But anyway, I look forward to the year to come and doing this with you all together. 2 quick updates. The board self-evaluation. I have 7 out of 9 folks who filled it out, and I know that I'm one of them, and Mr. Mazzone actually filled it out. So we need 2 people to fill out the board self-evaluation who haven't. If you could please do it by this Friday, that'd be great. Yeah.
You have 7 of 9.
I have 7 of 9.
Oh, so you're counting Dennis?
I'm counting Dennis, so.
Oh, so you're
it's a
missing
board
one.
self-eval from the previous year.
But you didn't fill it in.
Say again?
You
I
said
filled it in.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said
Yeah.
you didn't.
I filled it in, so, and Christina, you don't fill this one in, since for last year. So I can't see who's filled out what, so that they are anonymous, so, and if you're not sure, what you can do is you can go in and you can just hit submit without doing anything, or you can open the link, rather, that I sent you, and it'll say already submitted, or it won't. That's the best way to do it. This way we'll have full 9 out of 9 participation, and then at the later January meeting, we'll go over in open session results of the board self-evaluation. Final thing, like Mr. Hurley said, I had started to think about and put together what board committees might look like to hand over to the board president, so left to right hand. And in the next couple of days, we'll send that out to everyone here. You all sent your preferences, current board members of different things. Ms. Cates, appreciate your openness to learning and growing, as we had talked about. So those will be forthcoming. I think they can start effective when they go out, which will be in the next day or 2. That's it for my report. questions or comments? And board committees, also liaison assignments and so forth.
If you figure out what my style and flow is, let me know, okay? I've been trying to figure that out.
All right, any questions or comments? All right. Oh, thank you. Mr. Sprayberry?
Just want to say thank you for everybody for the support. I don't get the, but thank you. It means very humble.
Like it, a man of few words. It's good. Keep things concise. No, thank you. Feelings mutual. All right, at 7:36 p.m., we're going to open the meeting to the public for any items related to the agenda this evening. Seeing our audience, I'm going to close the meeting at 7:36 p.m., and we're going to move on to new business where there's action to be taken. We will start with personnel. Mrs. Cole. I actually looked in the wrong place.
Good evening, personnel did not meet this month, and I'd like to move motions 1 through 18 at the recommendation of the superintendent.
All right, thank you. Do we have a second? Mr. Sprayberry. Questions, comments, discussion on any of the personnel pieces?
I was just seeing Coach A on here retiring was oof.
Yeah, she is, has represented the district and herself and the kids so well in so many different arenas. I remember, 20-something years ago when I interviewed her as principal, and you just knew she was going to be a breath of fresh air. And in the last couple of years, even taking on the role as REA co-president. She, that thing about some people just get it. She just gets it. And so, I wish her well, and we're going to enjoy the last 6 months because she is someone who brings a lot of joy and energy every day.
Looking forward to that end of year celebration. I'm sure it's going to be a fun one. No, I'm glad you brought it up, Mr. Conti. I echo your sentiments. All right. Any other questions or comments?
I'm sorry, there is one. Under, I put my glasses on. In travel reimbursements, item number 18, we can strike Mr. Whitford for the minutes. Mr. Ursulisi, he is not going to, he informed me today he's not going to go to that workshop conference. So, yep, because he has something else he has to attend to, so we can take that out.
All right. Mr. Whitford, please take roll.
Go back to alphabetical now. Mr. Bogosian?
Yes.
Ms. Cates?
Yes.
Ms. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Healy?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Dr. Racine?
Yes.
Mr. Sprayberry?
Yes.
Dr. Lott?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We'll move on now to curriculum and instruction. Mr. Jones.
Thank you. We did not have a curriculum and instruction meeting recently, and there are 3 motions put by the superintendent, item 1 through 3.
All right, thank you. Do we have a second? Ms. Cole, questions, comments on curriculum and instruction? Hearing none, Mr. Whitford, please take roll.
Ms. Bogosian?
Yes.
Mrs. Cates?
Yes.
Mrs. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Healy?
Yes.
Mr. Jones? Mrs. Jones?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Yes.
Dr. Racine?
Yes.
Mr. Sprayberry?
Yes.
Dr. Lottie?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
Thank you. We'll move on now to finance. Mr. Bogosian.
Good evening. We did not have a meeting of the Finance Committee since our last full board meeting, although we're meeting Monday. Tonight on the agenda, we have 5 items put forth by the superintendent. I'd like to move motions 1 through 5 under finance.
All right, thank you. We have a second. Mr. Healy. Questions, comments, discussion about finance? All right, hearing none. Mr. Whitford, please take roll.
Mr. Bogosian?
Yes.
Mrs. Cates?
Yes.
Mrs. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Healy?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Dr. Racine?
Yes.
Mr. Sprayberry?
Yes.
Dr. Lottie?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
All right, great, thank you. We'll move on now to policy. Mr. Healy.
Yes, we did not have policy committee meeting since our last board meeting. Tonight, there is one resolution as a second reading, and two revised policy regulations and one new policy regulation as listed. I'd like to put this forth.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a second? Mrs. Cole, questions, comments about policy? All right, Mr. Whitford, please take roll.
Mr. Bogosian?
Yes.
Mrs. Gates?
Yes.
Mrs. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Healy?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Dr. Racine?
Yes.
Mr. Sprayberry?
Yes.
Dr. Alati?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
All right, thank you. Moving on to buildings and grounds, Mr. Sprayberry.
Good evening. I'd like to have my chair back. There's a breeze over here. That's right. So, there is one motion, 3 change orders to be recommended at the recommendation of the superintendent, like to put forth for approval.
All right, thank you. We have a second. Mr. Bogosian. Questions or comments about these?
I have just a comment, not necessarily about here, but I do want to say this. You know, during the holiday break is one time a year that we shut the district down, and everybody's off, right? Well, I think I spoke with Mr. Gamboa just about every day, and we had maintenance coming in and custodians coming in. We had a power outage on the 22nd over by Lincoln School that was in that area, and we had kids in the building for before and after care. We were all gone already. Jerome was home. We had to get. We had heating issues in a couple of buildings. We had some other issues with alarm systems that were going off and not functioning correctly, and trying to get a staff that's not in, contractors and companies that are on a holiday schedule, and we got everything resolved pretty much the same day it happened. And so and then our bus drivers who are taking our athletic teams to various tournaments. So they deserve a combination. I mean, the rest of us all with sugar plums in our head, and they're here trying to sop up problems and solve problems. So I want to just congratulate and thank them for that. Okay? I know it's kind of off the agenda, but I want to get that.
That's great.
Operations never sleeps.
That's it. Ms. Healy?
About the Lincoln School project. These two items have to be completed, or is it already installed? The fire alarm.
The new telegraph and transmitter is replacing an old printer, so it's how the district fire alarm corresponds with the borough's fire department. That's on order. I believe it actually has been installed already. And the water flow for the bell and additional attic stock is on order. No contract change, it's just using the allowable expenses. And that project is our final project of the referendum from a few years ago. So once that is fully paid out, we can officially close out the referendum funds.
So the new fire alarm is active?
New fire alarm is up
Yeah,
and
it's been active.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any other questions? All right, hearing none. Mr. Whitford, please take roll.
Mr. Bogosian?
Yes.
Mrs. Gates?
Yes.
Mrs. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Healy?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Dr. Racine?
Yes.
Mr. Sprayberry?
Yes.
Dr. Alati?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
All right, thank you. We're going to move on now to old business. Is there any old business? Mrs. Jones?
Starting with the booster dinner, which was the day after our last meeting, Mr. Conti, Dr. Alati, Mr. Bogosian, and myself all attended. It was always a good meeting. Winter concerts, I did attend 3 of them. The high school one, which included the band, Pierpont School, and Union. All excellent. I'm always amazed on how well the kids do. And it's really only a couple of months since school started, but they really do a great job.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. Other old business? Mr. Healy?
Just to add to Mrs. Jones' comments about the Pierpont, kudos to Ms. Jordan, the director, and Dwight Merchant, and Mrs. Carey and the staff. Excellent. It was a wonderful performance. It's enthusiasm and
Excellent. Any other old business?
I know often when you go to PTA meetings, you report at this time. When the list that Dr. Alati referred to comes out, with liaisons and all that, what will also out simultaneously with that, I will send to the PT Council President, all the PTA liaisons, whether they've changed or haven't changed, they'll get the list to send to their president. So hopefully if you are not changing, you'll still be in contact with information about that. If you are changing, you might want to reach out to either me or to the PTA president of the building to just confirm that they got that message. Okay?
Sounds good. All right, legislative update. Ms. Jones.
There is one. This is the Assembly Bill 4121. It actually was introduced in '24, but brought back in December of 11th of this last year. And it eliminates high school graduation proficiency tests. And that was brought last April in 2 Aprils ago, 24. But, and it's our locally, Benjamin, and 2 others, Virginia, Reynolds Jackson from Huntington and Mercer, and Michelle, pardon me, Mascadotas from Middlesex. So I don't know where that's going to go.
Not sure where that's going to go either. Reynolds Jackson, Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson, is the chair of the education committee of both the Senate and the Assembly people, and she does have a lot of sway there. That's been getting kicked around now for a couple of years, as you mentioned. There's a lot of support for that, but there's also some people pushing back on that. Things move very slowly, as we know, in Trenton, so we'll see where it goes.
That's it for me.
All right, thank you. Then at 7:48 p.m., we're going to open the meeting to the public for anything related to or not related to the agenda this evening. 7:48 p.m., we're going to close the meeting to the public. We do have a need for an executive session to discuss one student issue and one legal issue. Should be out about 10 minutes. No action to be taken. Can I have a motion to go into executive session? James B., seconded by James S. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you.